You been drinking?
Yes, Your Honor.
You're not supposed to be kept. Did you see it?
Yes, Your Honor, I have had a chance to see the report. Um, um, uh, I too interpreted the positive for ETG not to mean that he actually just took a test, but that it came back positive for alcohol. Mr. Heelan does, as he just told you, he did drink. He is working. He has a prescription for the other substance that was indicated. He is working to make positive change. We ask the court to consider his unequivocal and honest response to the court in regards to the violation, and perhaps give him an opportunity to continue testing, remain outside of custody, and continue dealing with these matters.
You completed Bear River?
Yes, Your Honor. And I know I'm stuck. I've still made a lot of progress, Your Honor, and I'm not making any excuses. But I'm not using much worse things and doing much worse things. And again, not making excuses. I've just been going through it. I'm still waiting on my place. I'm just right there, and I just got changes on the way. I'm going through it, Your Honor. Again, not making excuses. I own my actions.
I think he is in line for a voucher or
Right there.
a subsidized housing unit, Your Honor. We thought it was going to be North Manor, but it appears it'll be Arbordale now. But he is
Where?
Arbordale.
There was a clerical error, Your Honor.
Oh, I got it.
We've been here a few times over the last month or so, but it's like on 514, my notes indicate he had not been going to community corrections. He was ordered to appear in person, and then we understood that he was testing at home of division, but those results were not getting released to community corrections.
Right.
Then on the 21st, we're back again. The home of division results were supposed to have been sent over. I asked for a test that day, but the defendant had no money to test. The court was very sensitive to the housing needs of the defendant and did not want to mess those up. So the court allowed him to stay at liberty. The concern of the people now is that we haven't really had any. The tests that we've had since Bear River have just been since the 21st of May. We do have this positive alcohol test, and as sensitive as I am to the defendant's need to secure his housing voucher, the concerns I have are the support that he's getting. It seems like it's not a sufficient level of support to keep him from drinking or using drugs. So I am concerned about his ability to remain compliant with his bond conditions.
Your Honor, he is as indicated, is working with Home and New Vision according to the bond report. It appears that Home and New Vision has released the results to Mr. Heelan, and those have been sent over. I didn't quite understand the language in the bond a report that they will have to apparently go through. The way I read it was they'd have to go through Home and New Vision to him to community corrections. I don't know if that in fact is the case. I don't know if they would perhaps agree to release them to me so I can send them along, but that was a bit of an unusual circumstance when I read it, and I got it yesterday afternoon, so I didn't really have a chance to follow through.
I tried to get them released. I'm trying. It's a headache. I'm trying to get them to just straight release them, get off.
How often you been drinking?
Not often, Your Honor. I was actually just.
Well, no. Listen. How often are you drinking?
Not often, like a couple of times, period. Like, I'm not a big drinker, Your Honor. I'm trying, Your Honor. I'm trying so hard. I just going through it. It was a 1-year anniversary of my father passing, and I'm not making excuses. I went off the hinges a little bit, but I'm trying to keep moving forward. Again, I haven't gone back to the worst things, and I'm proud of myself for that, but I was very disappointed myself.
What type of treatment? You're at home in New Vision. What type of programming are you in over there?
Intensive outpatient, I see Elizabeth, Aoki specializes in intensive outpatient treatment. I just really started with her. I'm just,
How often are you seeing her?
once a week, sir.
Anything else during the week?
Um, I've been attending some meetings. I'm trying to find some,
How many supposed to attend?
I mean, I don't have a supposed to, but I should be going to one
You
of,
want to stay sober.
at least,
How many meetings should you be attending?
at least one a day, sir.
And how many meetings have you been attending?
About one every 3.
So bottom line is, you're not doing the stuff to even help yourself right now.
I need to step it up. I need to step it up.
So if you've been doing this, tell me why I shouldn't put you in jail today.
It'd be counterproductive for me just going to jail.
Well, what you're doing is your life is counterproductive right now.
Still making some positive progression. I am making positive progress and I'm trying hard.
Where's your housing thing right now?
I'm right there. I've just did the new referral packet. There was a clerical error. They didn't have units available, so kind of had to start over, but I'm right there. Like within the next week or 2, I'm gonna have my own place. For the first time in a long time.
You know, you don't get that housing, that's gonna be an absolute disaster for you, isn't it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Even more so than what you're doing with your life right now.
So bad, you know. I just want my own place so much. I'll be able to work. I'd be able to take showers and actually be able to function. Just want my own place so bad.
Why are you messing it up?
Ms. James, can you state your name for the record?
Amanda James.
Thank you.
Your Honor, this is the time set for a bond hearing. Ms. James, as you remember, as you recall last week, Ms. James was ordered to go to community corrections to test. She did go to community corrections to test. However, she does admit that she did not go straight there. She had to go home first. She went home to get the money to test, and then her mom wanted to stop at Burger King because she was hungry, so they stopped at Burger King. Then they did go to community corrections to test, but by that point, the no bond order was already in, so she was arrested from there.
Oh, yeah, I remember. We didn't get a test, did we? It was positive, right? Yeah. Okay, so I told her to go to community corrections.
did.
She's here on campus. She left the building and I remember her walking out. She said, I'm going over. We sent another person slightly after her who got over there, tested, came back. We still hadn't heard from Miss James.
Ms. James indicated that her mom is here and does have the receipt of her going to community corrections the same day.
Oh, yeah, I know, but it was like she was supposed to go there and come back.
Ms. James indicated that she did not, at the time that she was here today, or last week, she did not have the money to test, so she had to go home first to get the money, and then had to go to Burger King.
Where does she live?
1282 Medford Drive, Huron Heights.
So in this county.
Yes,
So when does it, 4 hours or
Your Honor,
hours to go home, come back
3 hours.
and then do that? And I don't know where the Burger King comes in.
It was not 3 hours, Your Honor. I was gone 45 minutes. I
Yeah,
have my test.
tell me that.
Please, Your Honor.
Because we called over.
She said she called you when I got there and I sat for like,
I know. She did.
oh.
But she did get over in test.
She did come, yeah.
Yeah. Then she left.
I did.
Then she, what, Your Honor, I apologize.
Then she left. She didn't come back over.
They arrested me there.
Yeah, I know. Why? Because we had
Said
issued
you put the
warrant.
warrant out. Yeah,
Yeah. And she tested positive for cocaine.
as I said, I possibly would. That was why you tested. That's why you said,
That is not what she said.
Your Honor, I told my probation officer that there was,
Oh my,
you recall.
not what she said. Told me.
Illegal.
Your Honor, I
Not talk, I turn around like that. I'm done.
Uh,
I'm done. Her bond remains denied. How much time do you want to put it over? I'm not playing games. I am not playing.
I apologize.
Think I am if you're gonna turn around and start smiling and doing all that. This is not a game.
I was just,
Bond denied. I'll set it over to July 2nd. Court does call the case of the people versus Stefan Wainwright.
People, Your Honor.
Assistant Public Defender Duffy, Lebo form, Mr. Wainwright.
Mr. Wainwright?
Yeah, they're going to get the keys to open this food slot.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Your Honor, we do still have some competency concerns. We're going to be seeking independent evaluation. We have begun reaching out to experts for that purpose. We're hoping to find one who can do it a little bit sooner than the date we were given.
Oh, do what?
An independent evaluation, Your Honor.
So say that again, Mr. Lebo. You're trying to get the independent evaluation.
Yes, Your Honor.
You're trying to do it sooner?
So we've reached out to one expert who could potentially do it. He's given us a day of after Labor Day. We're hoping to find someone who can do it sooner than that.
So I'm trying to get released. So if you can do a personal recognizance, we can speed this process up so you can stop bullshitting yourself. So now that you understand that, if you don't release me on a personal recognizance, there's really nothing much to talk about at this point. So it's your decision,
Alrighty then.
because he's not my attorney. I'll pay for that. I have plenty currency. That's not a problem. But if you guys would like to meet in person, be much better. So I actually have a meeting to go to. I'm a little busy. So let me know. They'll let me know up front. What's your name? Samson? Okay, let me know. And then once you do that, we can meet in person. I have a couple clients that I have to take care of right now.
I'll meet in person with anybody. I don't
So,
mind.
perfect.
All right.
He was in person yesterday.
Dependent.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yeah, I think so. This was set, his competency, I adjourned his competency hearing to the 18th.
Yes,
You need that adjourned out because you're trying to get the independent.
exactly, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right. Give me a date in August. Set it now, I'll adjourn it out to August 6th, 2026, 9 AM. Bond at this point will There we go. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Court calls case People versus Martez Richard. Oh,
Public Defender Jay Bellinger on behalf of Mr. Richard, who approaches.
decided to do something today. Oh, I'm just that. Never mind, my bad.
I huckleberry fend my cases out, Your Honor. That means if you get them to think that painting the fence is a lot of fun, then you get them to go on the record for you. Great.
Sir, what's your name? Thank you. What are we doing?
Your Honor, I am seeking to set this matter for preliminary examination today, and then I would ask to address bond, both cases.
Preliminary examination in these matters will be discovery is complete.
To the best of my knowledge.
People have their witnesses available the 30th, June 30th, 2026, 9 a.m. before Judge Barr. As to bond.
As to bond, Your Honor, we would respectfully request that Mr. Richard be released on a PR bond subject to any reasonable conditions the court deems appropriate, including a GPS tether. Mr. Richard, from my understanding, had an initial failure to appear in which we'd argue was not the conduct of a willful disregard for this court's authority. At the time, he was homeless and did not receive notice of the court date. Since then, his circumstances have significantly changed, and he has taken some significant steps to stabilize his life. He just completed substance abuse treatment, has been accepted into a sober living program where he now has stable housing in Ypsilanti. He also has reliable transportation through the sober living facility, eliminating many of the barriers that previously contributed to his instability in that regard. In addition, he also has significant family responsibilities. He's the caretaker of his disabled mother and recently welcomed a newborn into the world. A newborn, unfortunately, he has not been able to meet yet. He recently suffered a devastating loss, that of his brother, who passed away a few weeks ago as well, Your Honor. And so in addressing any concern related to public safety, he's fully willing to be placed on a GPS tether, comply with any additional bond conditions the court believes is appropriate. He's willing to utilize third parties for any necessary trailed exchanges, ensuring that there is unnecessary contact related to this matter, and fully understands the no contact order that's in effect. So we would respectfully be asking you to consider, please, a conditional release on a GPS tether and any other appropriate conditions that you might deem necessary.
Wrong.
So I'm gonna object. According to my notes, failed to appear back in March of 2025. At the time of this failure to appear, he was present in court. People brought up bond violations at the time for calling, texting, trying to connect with the victim on Facebook. And after the court passed the case for us to try to get a report from YPD, when it was recalled, he had left. So I have concerns that he was present, heard about violating bond at the time, failed to appear and was not back around until this year. I would have concerns that he coming back to court and his ability to follow court orders, especially given it took him so long to come back, knowing he had left court against court orders. It was my recollection as I handled that case that day that the court was very clear that he needed to be at the courthouse and not. So I would have concerns. It would be objective.
How did he come into custody? From the war?
I turned myself over to the police when they tried to get me.
Your Honor, my client advises that he turned himself over to the police. But how did that happen?
Yeah, I was at want to tell him to.
You're at what?
Want to tell him to.
Yeah, you can tell him.
I was at the library when they approached me. They asked me my name and everything. And I told them my name and I told
You didn't go to the police and turn yourself in.
I think he's arguing, Your Honor, that he didn't resist arrest at the time.
I will.
But that would have just been an additional charge.
Understood.
All right. I mean, but he didn't go knowing that he had a warrant. He didn't go turn himself in. That's what I need.
I was just not getting stable and I'm back stable now, Your Honor.
And I think part of the problem at the time, Your Honor, was that was the fact that he was without a home and didn't have a lot of notice in that regard. We had issues with contact early on as well.
I just want to see my daughter. I haven't saw her since she was born because I was in here.
I understand that, sir, but
I will come back.
well, but you didn't before. That's the problem. And so I don't know that I can trust you to come back because I passed it so that you could talk to your attorney, I recall, and deal and get a cogent argument as to the bond violations, and then you just took off and didn't come back. Doesn't work that way. Motion for bond reduction is denied, bond will continue as is. And after exam, maybe, who's that before?
Judge Barr.
Bar will feel differently.
Okay.
All right. All right. Thank you. All right. Record should reflect we had a bench conference in this case. There has been an amended complaint filed, which has extended the dates and added a charge of witness intimidation, bribing. My understanding is the addition of that charge, there's no objection for the defense to that charge at this point. Not claiming that defendant certainly is guilty. Have no addition, no problem with the adding of that charge, correct? Excellent.
Correct, Your Honor, yes.
All right, and as to that charge, your client waives formal reading and stands immune.
He does, Your
All
Honor.
right, court will enter a not guilty plea as to that charge. Requesting a preliminary examination, I will set a preliminary examination in both of these matters. Discovery being complete, but there is additional discovery, which are part of the phone calls that still have to come to defense as well as supplemental report. Everybody's aware of that.
That's what we've been told, Judge.
And I will set, and the people hopefully will have their witnesses available the 28th of July. Doesn't bear on the defendant's in custody status. So I'll set this for preliminary examination, July 28th, 2026, 9 a.m. That is before me.
Or if I may address that.
Man,
Since the court has revoked Shelberg's privileges, he has contacted the victim from other pins. There are 31 plea calls to the victim since he's been arraigned, and almost all of these calls would include things that would go towards this witness interfering or bribing, charge along with wrongdoing for the sheriff and folks. I'm going to the joint jail that is taken care of. They're gonna let me out if it's interested in me getting out, otherwise it's on for 7 to 10 years. He also has been instructing her on things to say, and then after those instructions, she reached out to our office. He also has instructed her to contact the court's chambers to give them what he's telling her to say. He's also instructing her to try and visit him at the jail by using her sister's identity. I mean, the bond violations at this point are so flagrant, it's unbelievable, given that his privileges were revoked. He was told not to contact her. And in those original calls, they are also witness interfering, bribing, promises of marriage, promises of a better life, things like that nature. There's also, the court told him, no contact is no contact. He deliberately goes to other inmates' pins to continue that contact and continue forfeiture by wrongdoing type calls, instructions, contact, ways to get in contact around the phone calls, visits in person, telling her to come to court. And then after she's at court, set up a visit to meet with me at the jail. I mean, it's at this point, it's ridiculous, but I wanted to bring that to the court's attention, and it is the people's attention for the exam date to potentially have a motion for forfeiture by wrongdoing filed as well, given these calls and the tainting of the victim's testimony and the interfering with this criminal case.
So, Your Honor.
I've already revoked his bond
Correct.
as well as his phone privileges, and that doesn't seem, you just don't seem to get it. This is not, this is just not going to go well for you. You keep playing these games. So what I am at this time is I'm ordering that all visits except a professional visits are hereby revoked for the defendant. I have no visitors. Just keep playing with me. All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.